How long is it? Looks like it's probably 9 feet long. 9 feet, 8.5 inches. Welcome back, guys. This is Bigelow Woodcraft. You found me here. We're going to cut this maple on here. This is custom milling at its finest. Well, that's the beauty of these. Custom. I'm going to cut this just in half. I'm going to get 2 7-inch by 14-inch pieces. That's all I'm doing with this. I'm not worrying about anything else. Why am I doing this? In one of my buildings, I have steps to go into it, a step, and it's not enough of a step. So I'm going to rip this in half, and now I'll have 2 7-inch steps and then a short one. So let me give you a view of it. So it is cracked up, but none of that concerns me because it's just going to be a step. Blades tensioned. That's really hard. I don't need to push this today. I don't want to do any damage on a blade or anything. Just take it slow. The other camera overheated already. It's about 85 out here in the end of September. We're just going to go up over this now. Let's run her home. I'll slow it down before it gets too close. Yeah. How long will it last? Well, that other piece of wood's been down there for 4 years and still pretty solid. I don't think I took you out here when I put the food plot in, but I've taken you out here when I've dumped my ashes, etc. So I plant rye, perennial rye. And let me get in the shade just so I'm not cooking in here. So I planted that a week and a half ago. It's looking really good. All right, on to project number 2. Last night, got notifications that there were people out on my property. We didn't recognize the 4-wheelers or the motorcycles. So when I got the notification, it was kind of late. So I'm going to head out right now, and I'm going to pull some trail cam SD cards and see if they entered any cabins. If they entered a cabin, we'll be going to the police because we got some good pictures of them. If they didn't enter a cabin, I will just keep my eyes open and, you know, it's just somebody riding through. But yeah, he was with some kids. It was 2 adult men and 2 children, one on a motorcycle, 2 children and an adult man on a side-by-side. So let's go check this property out. God, I did. I ran completely out of gas. All right. I'm only a quarter mile from the house. Ran out of gas. Walk back. Okay. First thing I noticed is both trail cameras are here. Battery was dead, so we didn't get any photos there. Let's go up to the other one. I did pull the SD card. We're going to still look at them. Go get the other one. We have one more trail camera to go. That one has lots of battery left. So that other trail camera had that branch in front of it. When I put it up last year, there was no leaves on it. So I suspect we got 9,999 pictures of leaves. Nothing going in and out of that cabin. But I have one more out here, and we'll go get it. Where's my ladder? Oh my gosh. Well, there's the camera. I can't reach it, so let's go find a ladder. What the heck? Run out of gas, lose the ladder. Let's do it again. Why is the quad running out of gas or stalling? I don't know if that has enough battery in it. These are screwed on as well. So I grabbed the SD card. I'm just going to leave the ladder here. Let's go check the food plot. Then we'll we'll check the SD cards and see if there's anything on them. See if we're calling the police on these guys. But I think the one doesn't have any images, well, 9,999 images of a branch moving. And maybe this one catches them going by. Let's check out the food plot. So I didn't plant anything right in here. This is just where I turned around each time. Oh yeah, I see a bunch of rye coming up. Oh yeah, good. Yeah, here we go. See it? Pretty thin, you might not be able to see it. Oh yeah, come right down the center here. All the way down, it's about 80 yards. Let's go get those SD cards analyzed, see what we have on them. Grab a pack of batteries and come back out here with some SD cards. Then I do have some cleanup to do. Should do some around here actually. Brush cleanup, that is. Hey, check this. We do have images of 2 different trespassers. Actually, 3 trespassers. One back in March. How I missed it, I don't know, because when that neighbor got broke into, I looked, and somehow I just flat out missed it. March 26th, and that's the time he got broke into. That was that same time. So he's sending that to the police, but I got images, an image of somebody we saw yesterday on some cellular cameras, and now I see them out at my cabin. So definitely we're going to turn these into the police. I'll put them in here in just a second, but we're going to head out there. Let's get the SD cards back in these cameras. Let's take it down. get it all set up. Hey, quick update on the trespassers. We did file a police report with the Michigan DNR. Hopefully they'll figure out who it is. We don't always get pictures of them. In fact, this is really the first time I've ever gotten pictures of trespassers out there. I know they're out there because I've been hit, and it's usually because I've removed my trail cameras for the winter or something like that. But they're out there. We've got those good pictures of them. And they've been turned over to the police, so hopefully we'll be getting some people trespassed from around here soon. I don't understand. The respect for private property just doesn't exist anymore. Everybody believes everybody's entitled to walk anywhere they want, even if they don't own the land. I just don't understand it. But anyhow, hopefully they'll learn a lesson from this. We can find out who it is. I see that quad go by here often. They're local. All right, next up, I'm going to clean over here to the side behind my boiler back here. I used to have that all cleaned out real nice and be able to mow through there. And over the years, it's all grown up. So we have the Garvey forks on here, debris forks. I have some trees I have to cut up. And then we're going to get that cleaned up and go from there. So all this underbrush, I want to get cleaned up, smooth this area out, get that tree cut up. I think there's some dead stuff right there. I have some more dead tree, another one on the ground here. I have this one that needs to be cut up. That whole tree, that's another one that died. Here's another one that died. And there's two trees. This one and that one. Yeah, oak wilt is crushing our trees. But we're going to get this cleaned up, all this area. So I want to get all this stuff, it's not manageable out here. Although this used to be a trail of mine going out to this little road right behind me. I'm standing on a railroad grade. I can take a metal detector through here and hit railroad spikes. Just these little miniature ones. It's really neat. They're all over it out here. It goes right through here, right through the corner of my garden. And you might be able to see straight down through there is where the railroad grade goes. It was an old railroad from back in the mid to late 1800s. We have most of the big debris and stumps out now. Now I'm just going to clean up around these trees, get all the underbrush cut up. That's all good. I can get out to that trail now, the old railroad grade. Just getting all the crud cleaned up, pushed a few pine trees over, old dead ones. We got about 25 no trespassing signs. I'm going to take them out to the property and I'm going to put them up at the point of entries and some areas on some trails and some property lines. I think I might even have a few more out there in a box somewhere. And I got that area that we were working on pretty well cleaned up. Let's head out there. Sorry about that. Out there on the road, I got a few more to go. Oh, Bill. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. I measured the bolt patterns. I didn't notice that one was a 6 lug. I just measured the distance between the outside edge of the center, you know, like you do. And then the only one that fits, that has there, doesn't have the hub hole big enough, and the one that does fit has a leak in it. So I guess I'll be breaking down the tires and putting tires on this thing. The reason I swapped it out that rim that I took off was a 16.5-inch tire, and they're pretty hard to come by. And I just want to get something a little different on. So whatever that one that's leaking now, I'll look for that spare tire laying around here. Regarding the trespassers, guys, we have the police on it. We're just getting tired of people heading out on our own property, not respecting our property, going around signs, going around gates. That's the stuff that drives us nuts. We can actually see where they drove right around the gate with the motorcycle, and then the quad went through the gate. They opened the gate. This particular gate didn't have a lock on it, but they had to drive past a bunch of trespassing signs to get to it. So with that being said, that's it for this video. Take care, guys. We'll see you outside next time.